Howdy, my name is Jay Capps, and I will be teaching you a little about how to teach in today's schools, specifically about how to motivate the urban learner in today's society. After the lesson, I will expect you to be able to tell me what the problem is in teaching today's youth and at least 3 ways you can fight against it.
Hey, listen, nobody's forcing you to be here. You have a choice. You can stay, or you can leave.
Lady, why are you playing this game? We don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice on whether or not you're here?
No. If we leave, we don't get to graduate. If we stay, we gotta put up with you.
Well, that's a choice, isn't it? You have a choice. You either don't graduate, or you have to put up with me. It may not be a choice you like, but it is a choice.
Man, you don't understand nothing. I mean, you don't come from where we live. You're not bused here.
Do you have a choice to get on that bus?
Man, you come and live in my neighborhood for 1 week, and then you tell me if you got a choice.
But there are a lot of people who live in your neighborhood who choose not to get on that bus. What do they choose to do? They choose to go out and sell drugs. They choose to go out and kill people. They choose to do a lot of other things, but they choose not to get on that bus. The people who choose to get on that bus, which are you, are the people who are saying, I will not carry myself down to die. When I go to my grave, my head will be high. That is a choice. There are no victims in this classroom.
Why do you care anyway? You just here for the money?
Because I make a choice to care. And honey, the money ain't that good.
Whatever.
Read it.
These are the attitudes and spirits, or lack thereof, that we are fighting in today's schools. It is not an easy task by any means, but as a teacher, you have a great opportunity to make a very big impact on many young people's lives. The students are not the only ones that have a choice here. You have the choice whether or not you are going to care. So why should we care? As teachers, we are very busy. We have our own lives and our own things to worry about. We are paid to teach. We're paid to give the information to the students, and that's it. Why should we care about what happens to our students outside of school or even inside of school for that matter? That's not what we are paid to do. But if we do care and show these young people how important they are to us, we may just be able to change their lives forever. How are we going to win? What are some ways that you think you can better assist these children when they are your students? How would you try and fight these forces acting against them, telling them that they have no future and that there is no hope, that their life is going to be like this and that's just the way it is, that they will never get away from the gangs and the neighborhoods that they grew up with? Give them hope. Hope is a very powerful motivator in this world, and as educators, that is what we are trying to do. Motivate our students to reach for bigger and better. School can be an avenue to improve your life. This is something that you will have to help students to see. Many young children have a hard time understanding how much power there is in knowledge. But in knowledge, there is power to do many things and reach heights that you never thought possible. School is a center for a wealth of knowledge. The students just have to recognize it and take advantage of it. That is where you come in as a teacher, showing them how to gain power and to succeed and showing them where to find it. What are some ways that you think we, as teachers, could motivate our students to reach for those bigger and better things? Believe in them. Simply believing in someone, whether they be your student, child, or even your peer, can often give them a great deal of belief in themselves that they might not have ever had. Many times it takes someone else believing in us before we can have the courage to believe in ourselves. If you don't have a genuine care for young people and the betterment of their lives, it is probably best that you should not become an educator. If you don't care, then your students will not care either. Show a care for them in their learning. With just the right amount of perseverance and display of that care, you might just inspire them. Refuse to give up on them. This builds on the principles of the last two slides. If you show that belief that they can do it and you refuse to give up on them, then they will continue to work hard to accomplish the goal. Your determination will be reflected by their work ethic. Don't keep thinking and wait around too long. If you wait around too long and never decide to take the first step and take action, then opportunities to enrich their lives will slip right through your fingers. You might lose them. Teachable moments come around occasionally, and those are the moments on which we need to capitalize. One teachable moment taken advantage of could make a great difference in a student's life. One final thought I want to leave you with. In 2011, there were 1,824 gang-related homicides. How many of those people do you think were high school dropouts? How many do you think could have been saved? I'm not saying that teaching and caring about these students is the end-all be-all of this world, and it will solve everything. But as teachers, we have a big opportunity to make a difference. There is a possibility that caring for these kids, genuinely showing that you want the best for them, could have an impact on their lives. Perhaps enough to keep them in school and working hard for a better life. Perhaps enough to keep them off the streets and away from gangs. We all have the same decision to make. I encourage you to think long and hard about your decision and what you are going to do. Your teaching could save lives. Thank you.